Why did it not do that? Go live. Go live. Go live. Go live. We're live, but I'm trying to get Instagram to go live. It's not working now all of a sudden. Of course, because, it's Monday. We're going to try this again.
So can people see us?
Yeah, on Facebook they can see us. So we're live, but just not on Instagram yet.
Okay.
Trying
Well, if you're there yet, good morning. Tony is working with the technology portion here.
Ooh. Me. Because I opened up Instagram.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm just always really glad I can open up my computer and do word processing on it. This is far beyond anything that I ever even want to know.
But we have people on. If you guys don't mind, come on in, say hi. I see Lyndon, TC. Good morning, friends.
Good morning.
So we are on Quilt Top episode 65.
Moving right along.
And I'm still the guest host because the real host with the most is not here.
Yeah.
Traveling
still.
One more Monday of me. Joann's always here. You going to be back next Monday too?
All things considered.
So come on in, say hi. Don't forget to hit share and like. That helps us with the algorithms. We're going to wait a minute or two to get a whole bunch of people on. I think we have somebody trying to come in. We'll see how it works today. It didn't work really good on Saturday. So
trying to come in on here?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're going to try to break in and steal the stream.
Really? Like some sort of hacker?
Yes.
Why would they bother?
I don't know.
Maybe it's another quilt store that's jealous of us.
Oh, that's a good one. That's really good. Good morning, Miss Bonnie. How are you today? And good morning, Denise. Good to see you this morning. So, I think they're trying to hack. Oh my gosh, they've hacked in. We're overtaken.
There.
I figured it out. Hey, look at that.
There.
Yeah.
But we're excited about that.
That's right.
Good morning.
Good morning, Josh.
I mean, I hacked in.
You did hack in.
So he was the hacker.
He's the hacker.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good thing then.
How's everybody doing? I miss you guys. You know what? I kind of can. I kind of cannot. So let me know if somebody says good morning to me. So you can say good morning on behalf of me. How about that?
That works.
Yeah, we've been wanting to do this for a while, and I'm literally watching every Monday, every Saturday, and I'm going, I really miss it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm having an amazing time. I've turned my brain off, but I can't help but want to be a part. I feel like I'm missing out on stuff.
Well, we'll look forward to having you back in 2 weeks. We should have a party when you come back.
What an idea.
Yeah.
What a concept, like with costumes or something?
Yeah.
Oh, costumes.
Yeah. Joanne's like, no, she's out. It's like, nope, ain't gonna happen.
Well, Tony, take this opportunity to remind Joann what's happening when I come back, please.
No, it's the 29th. We're having a welcome back party for Josh. She's like psychedelic. I mean, psychiatric. That too.
And Joann, you don't have to be fully dressed up, but as long as you wear something festive, you will be a shoe-in. I'm assuming we're doing giveaways. Yeah.
We're doing giveaways.
Well, I always like giveaways. I like congratulating the people that got given to.
You win. You do win. We have video
proof. As long as you don't draw your own name, we're good.
That's right. See?
That was embarrassing.
All right. Well, so I literally don't want to hack the show. But I just wanted to take this opportunity to say hello to everybody. I miss literally everyone, and I don't know if anybody's actually saying hello, but please tell them that I said hello back.
Yep.
And hello to all of you. You guys can hear me. So I've really been having an amazing time. Tony's been able to post a couple of pictures, I think, of me in the shirt. I've been wearing it as many places as possible, but honestly, it's hot, so it gets sweaty. So I actually, believe it or not, had to change shirts.
Is it hotter than it is here?
Yes. Well, so it's different. Like today was 104.
It's a dry heat.
No breeze. Right.
I get to the point, when you get to 104,
hot is hot.
It's just hot.
Hot is hot.
It's hot.
I understand the difference between humidity and dry heat, but it's hot.
And I say it all the time though, and you guys have heard me say it, it's different when you look outside, it's hot, or you step outside, but there's a palm tree. You're like, I'm all right with this. It's supposed to be hot. And there's a breeze and you know the beach is close. You're like, yeah, we're good. So it's different kind of hot. But so anyway, I just wanted to jump on, say hello to everybody, but then also, you know, I did that little video in front of that amazing temple. Literally, it was like 1,500 years old. It was insane.
Wow.
But the new baby lock machine, like, what have you guys heard? Do you guys know what I know, or what's the spiel, Tony?
I don't know anything except it's revolutionary.
It's a revolution. So okay, so you know what I know then, which is nothing.
Exactly.
Other
No,
than
I do know a little bit more, but yeah.
Oh, well, do tell, please.
Well, if there's a deposit, you can get your first dibs on getting it in August.
What, it just seems to me like this is craziness. All the, Bernina started it with put $1,000 down and we'll start, we'll put an order in for your machine, but we're not going to tell you anything about it. Now Baby Lock's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
No, it's not. It's wonderful.
Well, it is wonderful.
Too.
And technically they're all doing it, just so you know, and they've been planning it for 4 years. So and the fun part is that we don't know what it is. Well, it's fun and it's a little bit frustrating, but it's exciting because we will know what it is, but we don't know exactly the details yet. So yeah, it's the top of the line machine. And you're right. I think that I somehow was able to get internet enough to read that if you put $500 down, which is refundable,
right,
you get your name on one of those limited edition machines because they're only making so many at the beginning. And then you get the limited edition bundle,
yeah.
Which again, they're not telling us what it is, but it's a bunch of limited edition swag. And then I know for a fact that I saw you get classes like education that they're not going to offer in the future. That's a pretty big deal when you can get education from the manufacturer, from the Baby Lock educators. That's huge. We'll
so
obviously
do you go to them or do they come to you?
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a virtual retreat type of thing. Yeah. So you can do it from wherever. But anyway, I'm excited about it. I mean, I know it's like one of those things. It's like, wow, what else could you possibly add to a Solaris vision? And we don't know. We've talked about it. That little snippet that they had said something about a revolutionary projector. And I'm like, well, the one they had is fantastic. So, we don't know, but I know that I'm excited because Baby Lock has pretty much been ahead of the curve as far as technology, especially on embroidery machines for a long time. So I have a feeling they're just going to keep raising the bar. That's my opinion, at least. So, and some people just got new machines and they're going to go, dang it.
Guess what though? Josh, I'm pretty sure we take trade-ins.
What a concept. Of course we do. Yeah, we absolutely do.
There's
and
always
so it is one of those it's one of those situations that people are going to be harumph, but they shouldn't be because we're going to be there that if you really want this new machine, some people just have to have the best. Even if they don't need it, they just want it. I like it when somebody goes, no, I'm actually looking forward to it because I use all of the features on my current machine. So if there's more features, I'm going to use those too. And you know who you are. A handful of our customers, a lot of them, a lot of you are those people. So, as we find out more information, we'll obviously pass it along to you.
So when is
I'm excited about
big reveal supposed to be?
Did they give a date?
Yeah, I think in the middle of July is when the information will come out.
Is there going to be a party for that too?
We should have a party for that. Actually, we are doing something in August. We're doing a Baby Lock a celebration event in August. So
absolutely
more about that.
Well, so just real quick, in fact, I was my sticky note that I don't have, my imaginary sticky note, even if I write it down, I know, but it's not like I look at the sticky note, even if I do have one. So, but no, do you know the dates of that, Tony, off the top of your head?
Sure.
I knew it was August. Well, if not, it's okay.
The last Friday and Saturday in August, whatever that
is. Okay. So it is a Baby Lock event. So we're focusing on embroidery because let's be real, Baby Lock destroys everybody else in embroidery. And with these new machines coming out and the fact that I will be returning from Baby Lock Tech like right before then. Isn't that right, Tony? Isn't that
it's the 30th. Yeah, it's the 30th and 31st. our event.
Okay, I will actually have all of the details for the new machines, not only the top of the line machine, but if they offered any other gadgets and notions and stuff. And so not only is it going to be hands-on education on embroidery, on baby lock embroidery, you'll also get like a sneak peek and, you know, the inside scoop of all the new stuff that we learned at Baby Lock Tech, which is cool.
Yep.
So I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Awesome.
Are you excited, Joanne?
Can't you tell?
It's Monday.
The
Squeeze one
answer is yes. The answer is yes. You are so excited, and you cannot wait to dress up for my coming home party.
Well, you know, seeing as you're coming home, I probably will figure something out, but I don't know what that will be.
Come as a rotary cutter or something.
Just put like an orange bow in your hair, and I'll applaud you.
Well, I was thinking maybe a wig, and never
It's
mind.
too hot for a wig.
I'll have to think this.
We'll crank the AC down.
Okay.
All right.
It'll be all right.
All right. I'm done hacking the show. Yeah, I am excited about the new all the Baby Lock stuff. And I'm sure Genomi's going to have some new stuff coming out at some point as well. So I'm excited about that. But I'm also genuinely, I am excited to get back. It's been an amazing time, but I do miss you guys, and I can't wait to get back and see everybody. So thanks for letting me, as you're saying, hack the show.
You have to. Well, it is your show, so maybe
That's
I'm
right.
the one hacker. Actually,
You're the
Correction.
You're
It's
welcome,
our
yeah.
show.
Oh, it's our show. Okay, got it.
It's our show. You guys have been doing awesome. I've been watching. So I appreciate you holding the fort down and letting me come out here and play. It's been
That's
been
right.
wonderful.
You're welcome. We're glad to do it.
All right. Well, you guys have an amazing day. Hello and goodbye to everyone. I will see you soon. Yeah, you're right, Joanne. That's like I leave the 24.
It's a week from
like
today.
2 weeks.
Yeah. No.
You got it ready. You're like, come back, please. I'm tired of doing this. All right. I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everybody.
All right, take care.
Bye.
All right.
Well, that was fun.
That was really fun.
I thought somebody was actually trying to
I
hack
can
in.
tell.
I was like, you really had me, thinking about that. I was mad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was mad that somebody would try and do that.
Well, I had to think of some really funny catchways anyway. So
Did a good job.
we had a lot of new people jump, and we had a bunch of people jump in. Hello, Shar, Jody, and Linda too, and Dot, and Marilee, and everybody else who's coming in. So welcome. If you just heard, that was Josh. He came in on the show today to talk a little bit about the Baby Lock, a new machine coming out. Watch your emails, and we'll send some more information out. And if you're not in our email list, let us know. We can get you taken care of.
Yep, that's something that can be resolved.
That's right. So back to the regular schedule show. Normally we show some new product or new fabric. Well, fabric's a little slow just because of the time of year. And we have Tula fabric coming in a couple of weeks. I'm so excited. But Maria just restocked the entire purse bag making, rotating display.
There's some cool things here. I don't know about the rest of the. Tony's got this big basket on the table here of all kinds of stuff that I'm just dying to see. But right off the bat, she's got this neon color webbing.
Yes. It's
Very
Tula webbing.
fun.
Yeah. And this is all part of that bag making stuff. So I just think they're cool. Vibrant and
Absolutely.
look at that. That's really great.
So if you're, especially if you're making a little bag or something for kids or something, I mean, you could do yourself too, but just really fun colors. I love that. Okay. Are we continuing on?
She's so anxious. I forgot a ruler though. You want to grab that ruler over there, please? Sure. So what we've been doing every week is have a different special going on while Josh is away. And 15% off of Halloween and fall fabric. Well, this week's special is going to be on our Caterpillar products. Our Caterpillar's products will be 20% off. Just make sure you say something to remind us at the desk. And I had to show this one because I'm like, we've got like 4 of these left. But this has got a light.
Oh, wow.
And it's a rechargeable light. So where's the plug there's the plug to charge it into. But it's also a suction cup. Let me turn the light off for a second. So you put it on your mat and push down. Whoa!
On your ruler.
Oh, excuse me, on your ruler. Well, the mat's going to be on the ruler, or the ruler will be on the mat.
Mm-hmm.
But then you've got this light, and this light has a couple brightnesses in it, light and then brighter.
That sure is nice.
It is kind of cool. So if you have wrist problems
Mhm.
and you can't put a lot of pressure on your ruler, these tools are really cool for this to help relieve that pressure. I just love the light. I got my Tula Pink little iron, also iron. It's got light in it.
Mhm.
Who knew you needed a light to iron by?
My goodness. I
Or
love that idea.
We were talking about that light ruler last week, right?
Mhm. Yes, we were. But I really like this because you can put it on whatever ruler you really like using. And, there's just sometimes when you can't, even if you have fine lines on your ruler, you just can't see the edge of the fabric well enough. This is awesome.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. And especially if you're cutting like 1/8 of an inch.
Mhm.
See those?
Yeah, that's another good time.
There we go. So the other suction cup we have is the baby one. So this is good for your smaller rulers. And these suckers are sort of strong.
Fairly strong.
Fairly strong. I should be
But-
using on a big ruler.
But wait a minute. Now you have to give her a little bit of grace because if you look at the bottom, there's a sticker on there. So it's keeping it from
Oh, good point.
attaching just as well as it should.
And just like this one had the little clippy to put the suction in, this
Mhm.
one you just close it up. This is
Mhm.
weird doing it one-handed. I'm gonna stick it in the middle.
But you can.
Okay. Oh my, but that's stickies on it. But
You got the point.
you got the point. So 20% off a Caterpillar today or for the rest of the week through Saturday. Now the basket. Joanne's wondering what's in the basket.
There's lots of things in this basket.
This was Maria's idea. Maria has great ideas. She's
does.
like, you should make a basket of just one or one product left basket and give it a discount for this week. So that's what we've done. So we're having a tick or treat basket. Remember, keeping in the
Oh,
theme.
how cute.
These are all treats. We don't trick anything, but so the treat is you get 30% off anything in this basket. And I went with 3 or less. If we have 3 or less items,
Mhm.
I stuck them in this basket. But it has to be in this basket. The basket will be up by the register. So what do we got in here? We got some Acorn Precision system, piecing system.
This is awesome, especially if you like to do small piecing, like little tiny pieces. And it's just a great way of getting everything to stick together and hold on so that your piecing comes out very precisely. And it's just a great system. I'm sorry we don't use it more.
What else we got in here? We got a wavy blade. Now this is what Maria was talking about. I didn't know about this system. Have you tried this? This is an ironing cleaning system.
Mhm.
I had no idea. So you have this product,
Mm-hmm.
you wipe it on the towel, that's included,
Mm-hmm.
and then you do it while it's hot, she was saying.
Right.
And then you take the other towel to wipe it off.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice system. It works well.
So we have one of those left, so it's in here.
And it's always good to have something to clean your iron while it's hot because who wants to wait for it to cool down?
Good point. Good point. We have some eyeglass case. This is good for glasses, obviously, but I was going to say handwork. You could put a spool thread and a little bit of scissors, but it is an eyeglass case.
Okay. That's awesome, Tony. You put your little sewing kit in there.
Mhm.
It's very cute and it flips open and stays open. What a great idea. Good job.
Mhm. Yay. I got brownie points today. So anyway, this will be up by the register. It's 30% anything in this basket. So what did I say?
Not going to show us the rest of this.
Oh, there's so much though. Here you go. You show it. Is there something in there you want to show, or you might take?
No. I have enough of it.
She's pulling everything out of the basket.
Oh, I guess if you want to measure yourself.
That's actually important when we're working now with garment sewers.
That's right. When you're
so,
doing and it has measuring tape tips on the back. And look, what a great idea. Maybe if I'd had one of those, I wouldn't have stopped sewing garments. Let's see. Oh, a little package of pins. This is kind of a neat little thing if you want to just give a little kind of stocking stuffer to a quilting friend.
that's a good way to trust them too. It's like a sample set.
Mm-hmm. You can figure out what you like.
Don't open those up.
Okay. I guess there's more pins in here. Steel sequin pins. Oh my goodness. These are really tiny. You would need something to pick those up with. Let's see what else. Little tags to put on your quilt if you're not into labeling really well. Thank you. Do you have other important things to talk about? Because this is just too much
She's
fun.
having fun. She's having fun.
Oh, a little light, maybe to put on it. It flips open. You know, it's like a U shape, and you could use it to put on your to keep your as a bookmark. But
I think it's a purse light.
So you can see inside your purse.
So people have big purses.
I would use it as a bookmark, but if you have a black, if the inside of your purse is black or dark color and you can't see anything in there, great idea. What will they think of next? And okay. What is this?
It's a blade sharpener.
Okay. All right. Well, cool things in there. You might find something that you really need or want or didn't know you needed
until it was on sale. There you go.
And then you saw it and you thought, oh wow, that's a good idea. Okay.
That was fun. Oh, we should do this more often. We should have a basket of just stuff for you to go through and talk about.
I used to do a Facebook show like this in California. And one of the things that I would do maybe once every 6 weeks is I had a big purple box. And we'd have a box opening of different things. And like maybe it wasn't associated with a shop. So I could go to the dollar store and buy a whole bunch of stuff from the dollar store that you might use for quilting. And I would have that stuff in there.
Great idea. I think you should do that again.
It was just a fun thing to do. But the big purple box, when that came out, there was.
And it's purple.
And it's purple. Everybody knew it's Purple Box Day.
That's awesome. I think you should do that again. So that's my spiel, actually. I mean, Josh talked about Baby Lock. I talked about a couple of sale items. Oh, and the code word this week is treats.
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 Yeah.
Last week's code word was spectacular. This week it's
Just
treats. You say the word treats and you pay with cash at the register. You get 2 cash tickets.
So, Tony, tell us a little bit about this quilt that's behind us here.
Is this a gorgeous quilt? I don't know if it's a door. Can you unlock the door for Nancy and let her in? This is done by Janice. Boy, I'm saying a lot because I got distracted. This is a Bargello that Janice made using one of our new lines of fabric. This is called Eye Candy, the fabric line, and it's just stunning. She did an amazing job on it. I think she only used 12 colors instead of all 16, but she still did an amazing job on it.
It's just beautiful. Yeah. And is this a pattern or is
no? She
just knew how to. So it's done in a Bargello style,
right?
But it really did come out very nicely. I was impressed. It's beautiful.
It's awesome. Thanks for mentioning that. I always forget to look behind. I just want something nice to look behind us. So I think that was it.
Okay.
It's your turn.
Okay.
It's your turn.
So today, I've been thinking about, let's see, this all started out with Tony's, Tony gave a class last week or so on Quilt As You Go. It was a Quilt As You Go table runner. And a couple of people in one of my classes had taken it, brought in their Quilt As You Go finished product to either put binding on or just to show off.
I told them to come to your class the next day.
And I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. And I've never been a Quilt As You Go kind of person. But it was nice. And more importantly, they were excited about it. So I started thinking about it and I thought, well, I should at least know more about this. So I looked it up on the internet and who knew?
It's a thing.
It's a thing. So, but not only is that a thing, but one of the things that I saw was that is just blowing up the internet is Quilt As You Go hexagons. Mm-hmm. And I thought they were kind of neat. So I because I have nothing else to do, I started making Quilt As You Go little hexagons like this. And as I was doing that, I realized that I was having a little bit of trouble keeping the fabric stable as I sewed on the outside. And that was kind of bothering me. So I decided I needed to stabilize that a little bit and was looking for different ways of doing that and happened on Elmer's glue. So today is not about hexagons, but it is about Elmer's glue.
Ooh.
and the different things you can do with Elmer's glue. Now, there's a couple of reasons for using Elmer's glue. Now, one of the big places that people are using it now, and I have a couple of friends who are doing this and they love it. I have always been a big, if I'm going to do something on my sewing machine, if I'm going to quilt on my sewing machine, I will usually get some of the 505 spray it on the back, spray it and baste my quilt with the spray. I would never think of using pins or sewing or anything. It's just too much trouble for me. But I do like the 505 spray. Well, I think people are starting to rebel against the fact, two things about the spray. One is it smells awful and you almost have to do it outside because it's kind of a toxic smell. And the other is it's expensive. And so somebody came up with the idea of using Elmer's glue for that. So I actually, for my little patches here, I started putting Elmer's glue on it to see how that worked. And so this is like a little mini demonstration of how to use Elmer's glue for basting your quilt. So I have my backing fabric here. And so I have my backing fabric. The first thing I'm going to do is I should have asked for a
Maybe we'll grab
No, we can work with this.
I have a.
So you have your back, because this is small. You have your backing fabric like this. On a flat surface would be a lot easier. And you take your Elmer's glue and you just spread it very lightly on your backing fabric. You can dot it, you can do little swirls like this, whatever you like. And then you take your batting, my handy dandy mobile, take anywhere.
Well, I do have.
You take your batting and put it right on top. And then you flatten it out. And you make sure it's nice and crease free and flattened and everything, so that it's right there where you want it to be. With Elmer's glue, if you press it, it will dry it quickly and it will stay nice in place very quickly. Then you take your top fabric, which in this case is going to be this, and you essentially do the same thing all over again. You just take your glue and you put it here on there, just kind of swirl it around on your batting, and then you take your fabric and put it right on top. Once again, you smooth it out so there's no wrinkles, and you can check the back to make sure you didn't create any wrinkles along the way. You smooth it out, and now you have a nice piece of your batting and your backing and your top are all put together. Now, there are more than you want to know tutorials on YouTube about how to do this with a big quilt, but essentially that's what you're doing. You really do not need to water down your glue. I think there was a time when people were watering it down, but if you water it down, it's going to take longer to dry, and your fabric is going to get more wet with it and everything. It's just not going to be as easy to work with in reality. I have thought that maybe I would put just a little tiny bit of water in it, shake it up a bit so it makes it a little bit easier to use, but for the most part, you don't have to. The other thing is it's washable. So when you're finished doing your quilt, you can just wash it and all that glue will go away. It is non-toxic. So should somebody decide to eat your quilt before you've quilted it, then, or even now, or before you've washed it, it's not going to hurt anybody. That, a lot of the stuff is very toxic to people. I know I have friends who do not want to use anything in their quilt that would affect either the fabric or the environment. But Elmer's glue doesn't do any of that.
I like Linda. She says she uses it for basting on our binding.
Yes, I have that.
Oh, sorry.
So so it's easy to use and very cost effective. Now, the other thing is that there is a tip that you can put on here, and you can ask Linda, do you use this tip or do you use it just like this? Because you can buy a very fine tip if you want this to go on with less blotchiness. So I just cannot bring myself to spend $10 plus shipping for 2 tips.
Oh my goodness.
I'd rather spend it on fabric.
I would think the tip would clog up more too.
Yeah, well, it comes with a little pin that
That
goes in,
cleans it out?
which I would forget to use, and then it would clog up, and then I'd have to go buy 2 more at $10 for plus shipping, and I'd make myself crazy. So you can use that tip if you want. And I haven't looked into. I just really started looking at this weekend, so I haven't looked into whether places like Michael's or Hobby Lobby or places like that actually sell that finer tip that you can attach to that, which would at least save you shipping. Let's see. If there's questions about that, you feel free to ask them. The other places you can use it is, let's say you want to do a curved seam. Okay, so you have this curved seam that you want to do. Curved seams can be a little challenging, especially for somebody who's just starting out with curved seams. And you can put your fabric down and sew it on, and all of a sudden you get to this end and one side is way past the other side, or they're not lining up properly or whatever. So what you can do is you take your 2 pieces, and I have a curved piece. I have the inside piece and the outside piece. You take these 2 curved pieces, and some of the templates for these curved pieces will have little registration marks on them, and you want to mark the registration marks on them if they're there. If you don't have those, what you can do is simply fold the fabric in half, press it so you have a nice crisp seam, do it on both of these, and then you just match up those seams. But then you take your glue and you just do, I know that if I do this, in reality, I'll end up with glue on me, which I don't want. So, but
Don't
you would
do it on your chest.
So you just put a little tiny bit of glue right along the edge of one of your fabrics, or of this portion of your fabric, and then you take the other one with your folds lined up, and you start in the center and you just work out, and you allow that glue to press down to adhere to your fabric, and it will keep your seam nice and straight. You just want to make sure that you have the curves matched up, that the curve is, that one piece of fabric isn't going past the other, that they're nice and aligned, so that you can use it on seams. You can use it on all kinds of seams that you want to keep nice and stable, but curves especially are very helpful.
That's very smart.
And then for binding, I do use it pretty routinely for binding, or I use glue routinely for binding. But when you do it with your binding, you attach your binding as you normally would to one side of your fabric. You press it. You start by pressing it so that it's nice and flat. And then when you turn it over, you apply your glue between where you've already sewn your binding on. You'll see the stitching line between that stitching line and the edge of your fabric. And you just put your glue along there, and then you turn it. And what I do is I like to be able to feel the edge. If you can feel here, and you can feel that the edge of the side you turned over, you can feel that going past where the seam is here, so that you will catch it as you're sewing along. And you can clip it. Once again, I'll do a seam about 18 inches long, or a portion 18 inches long, put clips in it, go back and press it, and then I can really remove most of the clips. And then at the corner, you're going to do essentially the same thing. You always want the corner, as you look at your binding, you want the corner, the little fold here. The fold on one side goes in one direction. The fold on the other side goes in the other direction. Once again, you just glue that in place, put your clips on it, and it'll hold it nicely in place until you go to sew it. It just keeps everything kind of straight and keeps your binding nice and flat. It also allows you to not have to pull on your binding as you're sewing it, so that as you're sewing it, your binding stays flat, as opposed to kind of buckling a little bit because it's been pulled.
So when you apply the binding, or when you apply the glue, you actually take the binding and iron that down, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No steam, right?
No.
Dry iron. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I don't use steam at all in my iron. for two reasons. One, eventually, if you use steam in your iron and water in your iron, eventually you're going to have brown spots on your fabric. So I just kind of got away from that. I will use a little spritzer of water sometimes, but no steam in the iron.
Awesome. Wow, that's awesome. I didn't know that. I know people use the Elmer's glue a lot for applique processes.
And that's another thing you can use it for is the applique.
Yeah, that's great.
But I think probably the main reason for using is it's so much less expensive than a lot of the other options we have, all of which are good.
Yeah.
You just spend a lot of money on them.
And do you notice it gumming up on your needle or anything like that?
No, that was another thing that it does not gum up on your needle. And you can, if you're a hand sewer, you can hand sew through it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's the only thing with 505 is it can gum up your needle really well. And I don't like the idea of flying glue in my house.
No.
So I don't use it.
Flying glue, I love that. Also, when you put it on a quilt, or if you're doing a large space, and typically I probably would not do this, but on my collages I would. Once you spread it on, once you drip it on all over your quilt, you can take one of those foam craft brushes and you can just use that to kind of spread it so that it's not clumpy anywhere. It's just
very smart.
So that's it.
You're so smart. Well, you learned something too. That's kind of cool. I heard you also learned how to do a miter binding on a 60 degree.
Yes, we did.
That's a whole nother day. But anyway, it was pretty fun. Well, thank you so much, Joann. Where are we at? Oh, we're on time. Woohoo!
Oh, good.
We did good. So just remember, Josh is still in China. We've got one more Monday without him. And he's talking a lot about the baby lock. There's a brand new baby lock coming. Watch your emails for that information. 15% off of Halloween and fall fabric. And this week we have an additional 20% off of all Caterpillars products, which are those little suction cup things. Treat basket is 30% off. Everything in that basket is 30% off.
There's some cool things in there.
Yeah, she didn't pull all of it out.
Some of it's a surprise.
We would be here all day. And there might be more stuff throughout the week we might add into it. So you don't know what might be in it when you come and visit. And don't forget the code word for this week for the extra cash pig is treats. Keeping it simple. So
and do you want to talk about the party for
Josh?
29th?
Yeah, I've talked about it a few times. But we're going to talk about it again. So Josh is coming back in a week, and on June 29th, which is a Saturday, we're going to do a party for him, and he wants you to dress up for him because he's got this thing for Halloween.
He's into that sort of thing.
Yeah, he's into that. So yeah. But, I'll be honest, he just wants to see y'all and say hi. Just wear orange.
Yeah.
Or black, I guess, technically, right?
Whatever. Buy a piece of fabric, wrap it around you. That's what I used to do with my dolls.
That's a good idea. Get a fat quarter, a Halloween fat quarter, and pin it to your shirt. You'll be a Halloween fat quarter.
Make it into a little bow.
There's so much you can do. Just show up. He would love to see you all. And don't forget, while he's still not here, you can get a picture with him, and we'll share that with him as well. He's been enjoying the pictures of him with people here. So, all right, I think that is our show for today. I'll be back Saturday morning with Study Hall with some more classes. I might have Christy back because it's so much fun to engage with her on the videos. And we'll be back next Monday.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Live to create.
Yeah, and enjoy the journey. I know I do.
Awesome. Keep you on our toes.
Oh, this is yours.
That's mine.